Hello, hello, hello. Welcome today, you guys. Thank you for being here. So today we are going to be doing a wonderful pick card reading. You have these three beautiful piles to choose from. See what background card, that's the deck you'll be choosing from. See what is calling to you, the reds, the blues, the pinks, the whatevers. The picture, just take a second, see what resonates, what's flowing to you. And remember, these are general, so take what works for you in these readings and let the rest flow. Okay, we are looking at today, we're going to be looking at we're going to be asking the cards, what does, our body need? What does our our mind need, and what does our spirit or our soul need? So those three questions, and it's going to be three cards for, and so we're going to have one card for each one of those three questions and get them out there. So let's get started. Hello, pile one. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I'm going to be pulling on this wonderful energy for you guys who are thinking that this card right here resonated with you. The little red with the diamonds, okay? Remember that these readings are general, so take what you need and or what works and let the rest, pretty much flow. Just let it flow and let it go. We are going to be looking at what your body and mind and your soul or your spirit currently needs, or what it wants to tell you or affirm to you. We're going to be pulling I'm going to do a couple of oracles, the Inner Child Healing Oracle deck, and I'm going to pull a couple out of there and do a couple of shuffles here, cut the cards, and I'm going to pull the top two cards. See what works best for you, okay? One more for pile one. Let's see. Ooh. Guys have learned to trust and surrender. Got a heart chakra, and it says feel your feelings. Okay, so beautiful. This one, I love this. It says learn to trust and surrender. So keeping that, as you can kind of see, that's like the heart chakra, just letting things, letting things in and letting things bloom within your heart and not your mind, okay? And just trusting yourself. I'm hearing trusting yourself and surrendering to things that don't work for you, and and if you're feeling a certain way, feel that way. Don't, you see, I'm drawn to all these masks. If you're feeling a certain way, feel that way. I had to tell my son that it's okay for him to be angry and get upset about things. That's a feeling. Our feelings are important, but it's just how you react and what you do when you're in those feelings. Are you lashing out? Are you taking out on other people? Or are you, you're feeling them and you're getting to know what they are, and you're learning how to, face them. So, all right, one more shuffle here. Oh, get your cards pulled. Okay. Well, this one went. Phew. Okay, so when they fall like this, it says, okay, like that. Oh my God. Because I had them fall a certain way, so I'm just like, okay, you want me to really use these cards. All right, so for your bodies, guys, what we're looking at, what it currently needs, we have the Six of Wands. Wow, this is an interesting Six of Wands. You need to, I'm hearing you need to take pride in your body and pride in what you have, be happy with the body you have. So let's say you're currently, not loving your body, or feeling like, it's getting where you want it, or you don't like how you feel in your body. It's saying to accept it as it is right now with this Six of Wands. If you kind of see, that's someone's head. And I think it's like, yeah, because if you think about this, I don't know I can't remember what the devil card looks like in this deck, but if that could be like the head on the devil, if you think about it, that would be something inside of you, within yourself, and getting victory over it. Like, saying, you know what, I'm not going to let you, I'm not going to let anything anyone says, people around me or even myself, downplay how I look or any of my features or any of those things. But take pride in them and celebrate them and nourish them. I'm hearing, okay. So your mind. So your mind is kind of like how how you think, how you see things. You have a Three of Swords. So and then if you kind of can see, there's lightning. And the first thing, every time I see lightning in cards, I automatically, always, I don't know why it is, but I always think of the Tower. Always. It never fails me. Anytime I see lightning, thunder, anything, I think of the Tower. So right now, you guys, I don't know. Your head might be a mess right now. And actually, that might have to do with this feel your feelings. You might have some things going on within you that you're not expressing. And so this is how it is inside your head. It's like you can kind of see there's chaos. And this is a Three of Swords. And, most of the time Three of Swords is like despair, heartbreak. But I'm feeling more despair and in frenzy, maybe anxiety as well. So I feel like it's okay to feel your feelings. Take off this mask, and it's okay to show people I'm not in a good place right now. I'm not happy right now. There's some things going on within me that I need to clean up, that I need to work on. And that's okay. We all need to work on something. And if you need to, that trust and surrender to whatever you need to surrender to, whatever you need to let go of that. I feel like that's what your mind is saying. It's time to either heal this because, after that Three of Swords, we have that Four of Swords, which is that healing energy. So, really take the time to clean up and look at the things that you're thinking about. You can also be thinking about so many things. You might be like sometimes how I start talking and talk really fast. It's like that, your head. A lot of things going on within your head. And so it's okay to slow down. And another great thing to slow down when you have a lot of things going on in your head is breath work. Doing like I would say do the four, like breathing in 4 and then holding for 4 and then exhaling for 4 and then holding, just another hold out of 4 and then doing that for like a couple of minutes. And just that actually takes you changes up your breathing. So you're not, when you're breathing like we normally do as humans, when we don't think about it, it's kind of like that Neanderthal like movement going on a lot. But if you tone it down and you're doing breath work where you're consciously trying to control your breath, you're also helping control things going on within your mind too. Okay. So your last card out is your soul, your spirit, which I love. It's the sun. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's wonderful because if you look, you might have. So this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this right here which is your mind, is your inside world. But your soul and your spirit is your inside world too as well. But I think it maybe shines as well outwardly. So what this tells me, on the outside, on your physical world, in your physical world, everything is good, and you should take pride in that. But you're struggling on the inside, and no one, and even though everybody's celebrating and seeing things like a certain way for you on the outside, the inside might be a little chaotic, and it's time to, and like I said, I would definitely try some breath work, and just taking some time to organize that and trust your feelings, okay? And surrender to things and letting things go. But your soul is on fire, okay? You have the sun. Your soul wants to, this sun is awesome. This sun is like going, to me, this reminds me of the Knight of Wands, kind of. But this is stronger than Knight of Wands energy. This is really wanting to go on an adventure. Look at that sun. look how it wants to just shine and go towards what you desire and what your passions are. And that's what your soul is calling for you to do, is to make sure you have that drive, because this is a driving, the horse is a driving force. You have that drive to go towards what you want, what makes you happy, what lights up your soul. What, what is this flame? Ask yourself, where does this flame come from? When you think of your soul and your spirit, and when you think of something that you love and it just lights you up, that's what your soul calling is, and that's what your soul's calling you to do. So good example would be, say they just really have this, every time they get on, they're out on the boat, it just makes them, it makes them feel free. It lights their world up. And so that person should, maybe work on a cruise ship, or work on some kind of, do something in the boating industry, or at least do something by the water, so that they're out going on boats. So think of that. What is it that's lighting you up, that has that fire, that is calling you? And that's what is calling you, and that's what you need to go towards, or work around it, work close to it. If you can't be with it, try to be closer to it. That's what I'm hearing, being closer to it. Find a way to get closer to it, whatever you desire. Because this right here is probably going to clear up some of this things that's going on in your mind, because your soul is wanting something, and it's probably stirring up the pot within your mind, because it's not, when you think of your mind is not really in conjunction with your heart, which is this. And your heart is that soul. And that's what's driving you. And it's probably bringing your mind into a frenzy. And so when you're following your heart's true passion, it calms the mind, and your mind is like at peace, because it's like, okay, we're somewhere, it might be hard to get there, and that might be another thing. Your mind is like, well, how do we get there? What are we supposed to do? And you need to tell the mind, like, you know what, surrender. We're just going to follow our heart. Okay, we're going to listen to our heart. Or, it's time for us to get in touch with our feelings, and we really need to get out of our mind right now. Okay. All right, pile one, thank you so much for letting me read for you. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope this helps you see what you can affirm about what's in your body, mind, and soul, or what you need to know. Okay. All right. Have a good one. Bye. Hello, pile two. So for my group that was drawn to these beautiful flowers, because I think, it was the only group with flowers in it. I love these flowers. I love this deck. This is for you guys. We are looking at what our body, mind, and soul currently needs, or what it's affirming that we are doing, that we're on the right path. And, it's just saying, yes, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're doing that, that's just affirming it. If you're not, it's maybe saying, hey, maybe look at this. Okay. I am going to pull from the Inner Child Healing Oracle deck first. So I'm going to pull 2 of those cards to kind of get us started. Okay. And remember that these readings are general. So take what works for you, okay? And then just let the rest flow. Let it flow and let it go, okay? So, all right. Oh, wow. My cards did 2. And I had an interesting cut. One card just wanted to come on top. It was funny. Like, okay, so here's our card. It says, your compassion is unwavering. Oh, man. So, and it says, face your fear of rejection. Wow. So I might have 2 different groups, or you're interconnected, or it could be anything going on here. Okay. So it says that with this, your compassion's unwavering. I feel like you are very, empathetic towards others, and you could be also in the medical field, because that really stood out for me on this. This other group right here, it says face your fear of rejection. This is like you applying for applying for something that you want, but you're fearful of it. So this could be, applying, if you have like, if it goes back to, if it's linked to this card, like applying for medical school, easy as that, or nursing school, any of those things. It could be that, or you're applying for a certain college that you want to go to. Could be any of those things. And so just face it. Just do it. If you want to do something, and it's calling for you to do it, and it's a passion of yours, then I think you should at least give it a try. And because if you don't give it a try, you will live with more regret of not giving it a try than giving it a try and then saying no. You're not getting in, or it could also be a rejection from a person too. And if you never tell that person how you feel or say what you want to say to them, how would you ever know if you're going to be rejected or not? So, and once you're rejected, you are able to move on from it, right? And either find a way to maybe go to apply for something else that you're looking for, or finding a different pathway. Okay, so it's able to go in there, and you might not, it says you're going to be rejected, and then if you are rejected, it's just going to lead you to another path, maybe it's going to lead you to the path to your higher self regardless, because that's, I'm saying, if you're in here with me right now, that means you are on a very strong healing journey. You're on you're all about being spiritual awake and being connected to the earth and all those things. So if you're doing this, go for it, because there's no reason why you can't face that rejection. That it's okay to rejection's okay. Okay? Just know that it's okay. And it means it wasn't for you, or the universe says you're not ready, or the universe is saying, I have something better as well. So, what does our body want to tell us? What does our body need right now? Oh my goodness. 6 of Pentacles. Beautiful. It's wanting you to be open to the things to come into for you, for your body. So give your, as you're doing things, you kind of see these gifts being given to you, like these beautiful physical features you have. Accept them as they come in. You might end up having a mole that pops up somewhere, and you're like, accept that. It's a beauty mole, okay? And give away things, let go of things that you no longer want in your body. Say you don't like the way your arms look and you want to work on your arms. Okay, go do those arm workouts and say goodbye to the unwanted parts that you no longer want on your arms. Say that you want to, that you're tired of your curly hair. I'm not tired of my curly hair. I love it. Okay, so, but that's just that came to my mind. You know what? Okay, then go get it straightened. Add something to it. Accept the things that come in that make you feel good, because you can kind of see she's feeling good about this stuff. That's what I'm feeling with your body. It's like, take what you want and let go of things, that you no longer want, when it comes to your body. Like, I no longer want to have, fake nails. Okay, get rid of them. If you don't want them, don't have them. It's your body. So think of things in your body. It's that energy of, if you don't want it, let it go. That's what I'm getting from this. And accept the other beautiful parts you're taking in, or work on things to get the things that you want on your body, okay? So for your mind, what are you thinking? What's going on with you? Look at this. You got dang, your mind is rich, okay? I don't know whose mind this is, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful for me. It means you are filling your mind with really things that are going to bring growth into your life. kind of like I have my flowers out today. I don't know if you can see. I got all my plants. I pulled them out today. It's kind of like that. It's like you're planting so many great things. You're building your mind. This is like a legacy right here. This Ten of Pentacles. But this Ten of Pentacles has to do with your mind. So this is, you are building your mind with some solid information. Like you're either reading great things, you're listening to great people, you're doing meditation, you're doing things, you're filling your mind with positivity, you're around people that are feeding your mind with, with that growth mindset, and it's not with the lack mindset kind of thing. It's really, your mind is rich. Oh my God, your mind is very rich. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. So if your mind is this rich, you should not have this fear of rejection. And it might be because your mind's so rich because you have so much compassion in the world as well, too, going back to this card as well. Okay, so let's look at the soul. And then we have an 8 of Wands. So the soul is ready to expand. This is to me is saying that the soul wants to bring in information to you. Spirit does too. We can call it soul or spirit. You can look at it either way, or bring it in either way. But it really wants to really, because if you look at these colors remind me of the kind of the higher chakras. If you think your third eye up there, and with those purples and stuff, and yeah, and you getting into this could be the root chakra too, because your foundation is strong with that red at the back. You have the strong foundation. So when you have that strong foundation, it's able to handle the higher chakras and getting more information into yourself. So the universe is ready to quickly bring in things. And I think it's because your mind is so rich right now. You're filling your mind with so many rich things, so much. And it could be also learning that you're doing as well. So your mind is being filled with so many rich, productive things that the universe is ready to just quickly bring in, things and for you to help you ascend more and help you grow more. So gosh, this group, this group is telling me, because I was asking what your body, mind, or soul currently needs, or what it's affirming that you're working on, is this. And I really feel like this group is just affirming this. This is affirming that this is what you're working on. This is not what it needs, because none of these cards are lack cards. These are beautiful cards. And so this is telling me that you are really just striving through those things. And it's you're bringing your body into balance right here. I really feel like this is a balance too. Bringing your body into balance of how you want things, and then your mind being so rich of the things that you've been feeding it. And then the universe wanting to really collaborate with you and bring in things to you, to whatever you're working on or whatever you're putting out there. It's ready to bring that in quickly, okay? It's just a really great energy. So my biggest thing for you guys was this, face your fear of rejection. And so I really feel like it's saying, you're this compassionate, great being with so much, that face whatever your fear is that you think you're going to be rejected on, and face that. I think that's the biggest thing that you're supposed to hear. Okay. All right. Pile 2, this was a lovely reading. It was lovely to tap into this energy. It was so beautiful. It was a beautiful energy. Okay. So you guys have a wonderful one. Thank you. Hello, pile 3. So you guys are last, but not the last in life, okay? Last on anything. And my dog's going crazy out there. Just ignore him. When I picked up you guys' cards and just like put them down here, I have this tune that came in my head. I don't know the song. I just know the tune. It's like that. Doo, doo, doo. I think it's from like the 80s or really early 90s. One of the two. Late 80s, early 90s. And it's that. So, I don't know what that is. Dang it. And it's going to drive me crazy until I go find out what it is. I'm not going to stop. But I will go after this. I'm going to go find out and see what it is. Oh my gosh. So today we are looking at what your body and mind and soul, either what it currently needs or what it's affirming that you're already working on. And, yes, the universe wants you to know you're doing a great job. You're doing it. So it's either going to affirm it or it's going to say, hey, look at this. You need to work on this. Or so when it comes to that. So remember, these are general. So take what you need and, take what works and let the rest flow. So first we're going to pull from this Inner Child Healing Oracle. You guys are probably like, why is she shuffling? The cards are on the table. I am shuffling those. That's what I was shuffling, the Inner Child cards. We're going to get 2 of those. Kind of help us with some things. So I got 2. Okay, I have, what is your deepest longing? And it says, learn to trust and surrender. Beautiful. I'm just trying to read this part. It says the inner reach, outer space. I think that's inner. I'm not for sure. But what is your deepest longing? Like, this is not at first hands, when you look at this card, you think it's a mom with her child. No, this is actually you looking in the mirror at yourself and looking at how you used to dream and what you wanted to used to do. And look, you're not doing those things. You're doing something else. And that's what they're saying. It's saying, what is your deepest longing? What do you want? What is the reflection in the mirror trying to tell you back? What do you want? Okay. And this is said, learn how to trust and surrender. So take the time and trust that longing. Trust what you want and surrender to it. Say, go in and say, this is what I want. I want to surrender to it and just say, I'm here. I don't know. I know this is what I want, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but I trust the universe is going to set me on the right path for it to happen. Okay? And so just being in that energy and just trusting and surrendering to it and knowing that the universe has your back. Okay? Whatever that deepest longing is, think about those longings. Think about what you did when you was a child and you loved it so, and you was like, I want to do this when I get older. Think of those things if you can. Bring them back, or even now in your adulthood, like what do you enjoy? What are you longing for? What is beckoning to you? Okay? So I think I'm good. Let's get your cards. Body, mind, and soul. Let's see. Well, I don't know. I didn't do this with the other ones, but I think with you guys, I had to look on the bottom for some reason. It called me to, is that that was the World card. And yeah, the World. And so it's telling me that you're about to complete a cycle. Something is coming to a completion, that you're completing something, and it's a lovely thing. Okay. So when it comes to your body, the sun. Okay, your body is smoking hot right now. I'm just saying. I'm saying it's smoking hot, but I'm also affirming that you are doing the right things for your body. Like you're either moving like you're supposed to move, you're eating what you're supposed to eat, you're taking care of it, you're making sure, the self-care is taking care of your body. You are pampering yourself. That's what I really feel like she's doing, because if you kind of can see, she's sitting there, taking care of her hair, just taking care of herself, taking care of her environment, and which is kind of in this right now is your body. So this is affirming right now that either you need to start taking care of yourself and shining a light on yourself of things that you don't like about yourself, and really saying, okay, I'm gonna work on that, because I want to work on eating healthier. I want to work on working out so I can feel better. Going to bed, going to bed is part of working on your physical body, because sleep has an effect on your physical body. Going to sleep when I need to, and rising as well. So that's what I'm getting from that sun. But I really think it's just showing that there is a lot of positivity when it comes around to your body too. Okay. Mind. Let's see what's up in that head of yours. The Queen of Pentacles. So if you think of the Queen of Pentacles, you think of someone who's like very nurturing, who's down to earth, who's very giving, but also knows how to take care of things as well. And she's, you know, she knows how to plant. She knows how to nurture. She knows how to be grounded and be dependable. So if you think of that about her, and so in your mind is very, I'm thinking that you need to actually nurture your mind, because if you look, she's really holding on to that pentacle. She's kind of, it reminds me of her cradling like a baby. And it's like, so she's like cradling it, and she's like taking care of it. I couldn't get the word out. She's like taking care of a baby. And I think that, I don't know, but I feel like that pentacle is your mind. And I'm thinking you need to make sure you're caring for it like you should. So are you thinking the thoughts that are going to help you grow? Or are you thinking of things that are you thinking of the negative things? Are you thinking of the fears or worst case scenarios? Are you going into that mind where you're like, well, this can happen, and more worry and less trust and less surrendering? You have more fear than hope and trust. It's like it's time to nurture your mind, to really call in this really nurturing spirit. You know, look, I really called it this dog too. Like, if you have an animal, think about that animal, how much love you have for that animal, and how you can use that towards yourself too, towards your mind, how you treat your mind. How are you treating your mind? Are you nurturing to it like you are nurturing to your pet? Does your pet get more of your nurturing spirit than your mind does? Think of it that way. That, I don't know why I've called to say that, but think of it that way. You know, are you feeding it? What are you feeding your mind? Are you feeding it crap as well? Because when you're, think about it, as when you're listening to things and when you're also watching things, you're feeding your mind certain things. So if you're feeding your mind like terrible TV, like a bunch of bad news constantly, of the woe of the world constantly, your mind is going to absorb that. So what are you feeding it? What are you nurturing to your mind? Are you nurturing something that, you know, I'm really getting nature. So are you stepping more out into nature and seeing the beauty in the trees, seeing the beauty in the birds singing, you know, listening to the birds, just sitting there watching the ants as the ants make little lines outside and do their building. Okay, think of those things, what your mind can go to and tap into and wonder about things. Thinking about picking up a leaf and looking at the vines, the veins in the leaf, and just really studying that and connecting with nature and Mother Earth. Okay, I don't know why I went really deep into your mind, like your mind needed some nice looking over. Beautiful. You got this Ace of Wands with your soul or your spirit. So you're, you know, and awesome, because remember I showed you that World card that you guys were ending a cycle. And so something deep down in with in your soul, that is, your soul knew it was ending. It was coming to an end. And now it's saying, hey, the clouds are clearing. Look, the sun is coming out. Your body is ready. You know, we're nurturing our mind so that we can, in our soul, we can go out and conquer something different and new, whatever this longing was. Okay, this is what your soul wants. It's ready. It's like, I'm ready for whatever we've been longing for. Your soul, your spirit's been like, okay, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. And so this right here, this Ace of Wands, really ties into this new beginning with whatever your longing is. It's time to trust and surrender to it, and it's time to go for it, because you have been wanting it. So I'm saying go for it. This, it's like the sun is behind you. It's ready to support you. This is in your soul. Your soul's just in that Ace of Wands. You want that to, have a solid mind, so that Ace of Wands, so you don't get burnt out, so that you can keep going and not let it burn out. So you have this beautiful foundation here, because your mind is so solid and nurturing and abundant that it's not going to burn out. It's going to work. It's going to last. It's going to make it to the other side, and it's going to help you get to that longing that you have. So whatever it is that you're longing for and you want to do, this Ace of Wands here saying, okay, this is what our soul wants. This is what spirit wants for us. And it's working with us to do that, to get that. Okay. So just trust and surrender, pile 3. Thank you so much again for being here. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.